Hi, it's Heather with the latest installment of R-Rated Reviews, and I know it's been a little while. I miss you guys. I wanted to just make a catch-up video to tell you what's coming. It'll be more like an explanation of why I've been absent. My week in review. It has been a hellish week. So, first, I'm going to tell you that last Monday, this is the house I was painting. I'm finished painting. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit, but I had to put a patio in. So I spent the last week putting a patio in. Last Monday, when I picked up a 2,000-pound pallet of stone, field stone for this patio, I left the supplier and went to get gas and right up the street, and Christine started bucking really bad. And I knew it wasn't good. And luckily, TJ's office is right next to the supplier. So when I got to the gas station, I called him. And I'm like, Christine is very unhappy. Can I stop by and have you take a ride with me to see what's wrong? Because she's bucking really bad. So I left the gas station, drove less than a quarter of a mile, bucking. I stopped in the parking lot, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. So he's looking underneath what I think is the bed, and he's like, holy fuck. And I'm like, what? Please tell me I didn't crack the frame. What? So I have a dually, so it's two rear wheels on each side in the back, and they have these bolts that hold both wheels on together that are called studs, and there are 8 of them around the rim. And he starts yelling, your lug nuts are all gone. Not only were my 7 of 8 of my lug nuts gone, what I thought were the bolts, the studs inside the hole, were actually just pieces. They had sheared off. I had one stud holding my dual rear wheels on the truck with a 2,000-pound load of stone in it. So I was fortunate to say I didn't lose my wheel while driving with a 2,000-pound load of stone. But I lost a day and a half. That whole day, I had guys that came to help, but I had to wind up getting a tow truck. Apparently, you have to retorque the wheels after my brakes and U-bar were done. My mechanic didn't tell me that, but he was cool. He paid for fixing it. I think I need a rim, though, because she still bucks a little bit. And I lost, the rest of that day, and then half the next day waiting to get the truck back so I could go get the stone dust for the patio. I got behind schedule. I was not happy. So Wednesday was when my girlfriend from Long Island took the train up to see Duran Duran. And when it was raining, so I dropped her off at the door and went to park. And when I got out, I wasn't looking because I had my head down from the rain. And I walked really fast, head first, into a big side view mirror that was on one of those huge trucks parked next to me. And I think I have to go to urgent care. I'm pretty sure. At this point, I think my nose is fractured, and I don't want a big bump on the side of my nose. Felt like I was fortunate. It's I kind of liked my nose a little bit. It wasn't I felt like it was a decent nose. I don't want it to be So, and then for the rest of the concert, I had some dick next to me who wanted to live stream the whole thing, who kept bumping into me and rubbing his ponytail on me and just encroaching. It was whatever. So the following day is, she goes home, and I'm working it's tick season. So my cat had a couple of ticks. I picked these ticks off my cat. I'm like, oh, my poor baby. And I must not have killed one, because the next day when I got up and got dressed, I went to put my bra on. I felt a bump. And I thought it was a scab. I didn't know what it was. I felt nothing until I pulled it out. I had a tick in my Heather tattoo, which is now starting to show signs of a bullseye. And if it shows signs of a bullseye pattern, it means you have fucking Lyme disease. I've never been bitten by a tick in my life. Watch, they tell me I'm quarantined, I can't go to London. I have no idea. So I get bit by a tick. It hurts like a motherfucker when it comes out. Then I'm working at someone else's house on Saturday, and I get my leg. I caught my thigh in the hedge clipper. My big 40-volt Ryobi hedge trimmer. That was pleasant. And then I'm putting a patio in, and I smashed my fingers with the mallet. I got blood blisters. I mean, I know better. It's stupid. There's just been so much shit that has happened every single day. And I haven't moved yet. I haven't even gotten a closing date. I don't know what the holdup is. My realtor's doing nothing for me. I have an appointment with my attorney on Friday because I'm not even sure I'm buying this house anymore. There's some shit in the listing that's turning out to not be true. And some things about the house that were just, they weren't disclosed, not completely forthcoming and honest. And my biggest concern when I told my realtor weeks ago was that I didn't want to close on TJ's cash out refinance and sign my rights to the house away until I knew I was getting this house, because I knew if I signed my rights away, something would happen. And if I don't get this house, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I signed my rights to the house away. So that's been my week in review. I have a bunch of videos. I just have not had time to merge them because the DIY videos, those tutorials can't be done in one shot. So they're like a bunch of snippets and I have to merge them. I had one of them like halfway or 3/4 of the way done, and my computer restarted and it didn't save. So I have to start all over. So I still have the woodworking sanding video for the butcher block countertop. I'm so happy with how the epoxy countertops came out. TJ has waterproofing on his sink. It's all taken care of. I've been spackling and painting. His house looks great. I don't have a fucking house. And then I was working on a do-it-yourself how-to for the stonework I'm doing. And I fell so far behind that I didn't even get to do a video on the individual setting of the stones. I think I still may be able to merge enough information to come up with some helpful tips if you ever want to do this yourself. But I'll show you the walkway patio I did. I still have to put the polymeric sand in this afternoon. On this side over here, it's not done, and I have to clean this up. But this is the walkway where I took out the 11 or 1200 brick pavers and put this in because I just thought that this would go better with the house. And the pavers were sinking. So this is the walkway patio that I did this week. It was a hellish job. I don't know what possessed me to decide to try to do my install process differently this time. I thought it would save me time. It didn't. So it was a lot of stones had to be reset. So many. It gave me a really hard time. This patio gave me a very hard time. But I am back on track. I also got done with another job that I had to do where I was trenching. I had to trench 40 feet down the lawn for drainage for a sump pump that was installed where the water was pooling in the lawn. And it's the fucking Lowe's guy. Works at Lowe's, wants to buy the material at Lowe's. Bought the wrong materials, insisted I use them. He had me put a catch drain at the bottom. It's so fucking stupid. I took a video of it, so if I ever get sued, I'm playing it in court. He cut all the pipes. He started putting the pipes together before I got there. I'm like, you don't cut those. They lock together. Oh, they didn't fit together. I said, because you have to know how to put them, turn them. He cut all the pipes and then put connectors in them, and then they leak. Fucking moron. Anyway, I gave him the proposal. I mentioned it to you guys in another video. I gave them the proposal a month and a half ago. I specified what the price was going to be per linear foot because they didn't know how far out they wanted me to go. I said 25 to 50 feet. This is the price per linear foot plus the materials. This is, I'm renting a trencher, blah, 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 blah. Gave them a complete breakdown. So there was no total. But I told them it was this much per linear foot, which was, I don't know, I looked it up. Industry standard is $30 to $100 per linear foot. I was nowhere near. I was all the way at the bottom end of it, just about. And when they got the bill, he started texting me, telling me that he can't believe what I charged him, that someone else was going to do it for a fraction of the cost. He's like, he thought it was going to be $700 and that he can't believe that I charged him this. So I responded back and I said, I gave you a proposal. I don't know where $700 came from because the proposal I gave you didn't even have a total on it. It simply stated what I was going to charge you per linear foot to install this drain. And you told me it went 40 feet. I gave it to your wife. I took 20% off the labor as a courtesy. But you know what? I shouldn't have even known about that conversation. That should have been between him and his wife. They had a written proposal a month and a half ago. How they came up with this number that was, I don't know where they yanked it from. And I said, and I don't know how this other drain place was going to give you a price of $350 to $500 when the materials cost that much. So I'm a little surprised that if you thought you were getting 7 out of me and they were like 350 to 5, why would you hire me anyway? So I don't understand. Anyway, it's been a really rotten fucking week, but I'm prevailing. I'm back on schedule. TJ's going to help me tonight finish up. I'm like, please just help me finish up. The weather is 75 degrees and tomorrow is fucking Halloween. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. By the way, when I walked into the concert after I smacked my face on the side view mirror, I had blood coming out of my face. I walked into the Turning Stone Casino like this, and my friend is like, are you okay? I'm like, not yet. Because you could hear the smack so hard in the parking lot through the rain. And I was like, I didn't want anybody to know. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't look at me. So I just kept going. I was like, oh. So I get inside and I take she's like, you're bleeding. I'm like, I walked into the side view mirror of the truck next to me and she starts fucking laughing at me. I'm like, no, I love to laugh at people. That's why I'm willing to laugh at myself. It's only fair. If I don't laugh at myself, I can't laugh at other people, and I love it. But I always make sure someone's not hurt first. Like if someone gets hurt, laughing at them's kind of off the table. She was fighting her laugh so hard that I finally had to look at her, and I moved my hand and I said, "It's not funny." And she's like, "Oh, I don't think it's funny." And all of a sudden, she's like, "Your face is swelling right before my eyes, my nose, I'm like, yeah, fucking laughed at me. What the fuck? So, anyway, anywho, questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. That's what I've been up to. I have many videos coming. I just have to find the time to get them merged and put up. So, thanks so much. Have a great day. If you want to hit like or subscribe, you know that makes me so happy. Thank you.